Step outside the wall.
This is outside the wall. Outside the wall.
This is Outside the Walls, a podcast about breaking limiting beliefs and building a life that's actually yours. Through conversations about mindset, purpose, and life, I'm Dave Gast. Let's step outside the walls. Recently, I was asked a question I just simply couldn't shake. The question, what if I only had 3 months to live? Not 3 years, not someday, 90 days. What would I stop doing immediately? Who would I call? And what would finally matter? That question messed with me in the best possible way. Because most of us aren't really living. We're postponing, saving conversations for later, saving joy for later, saving rest for later, saving purpose for later. Like life guaranteed us another year, but it does not. And as it often happens, once a question gets into your head, it just sticks. So I started seeing that question and answer everywhere, even on a baseball field. And as a sports fan, this hit me while watching a college baseball team during a conference tournament week. They were saying things like, we'll get this cleaned up before regionals, we'll get hot at the right time, and we've still got time. Then 2 losses later, season over. Just like that. No dramatic speech, no Hollywood ending, just a bunch of seniors sitting in that dugout realizing they'd never wear that jersey again. Man, that image stayed with me because life works the same way. We all think there's another season coming, another summer, another opportunity, another chance to say the things we should have said months ago. But sometimes the final out happens before you're emotionally ready for it. And I remember sitting there thinking, if I knew this was my last season, would I be living differently right now? And the answer, absolutely yes. I'd spend less time trying to impress people. I'd stop acting like productivity is the same thing as purpose. Take more walks, say I love you quicker, and I'd care a whole lot more about eye contact, laughter, and the moments that actually mean something. Because when the clock gets short, clarity gets loud. One of the biggest traps successful people fall into is assuming there's always going to be time later. Later to slow down, later to reconnect, later to enjoy what we've already built, but later is not promised. And I'm not saying that to be dark. I'm actually thinking this is incredibly freeing. Because when you start living like time matters, you stop wasting energy on things that don't. You become more present, more intentional, and you stop waiting for permission to enjoy your life. And weirdly enough, you become harder to offend as well. Because when you mentally put a 90-day clock on life, you realize how much nonsense has been taking up emotional real estate in your head. Most of it doesn't deserve space. You know what does? People, peace, and purpose. And yes, experiences. Personally, this is where I spend my energy, is on experiences. You will not regret creating lifelong memories and stories. Moments you can actually feel. The older I get, the more I realize nobody at the end of life wishes they'd spent more time refreshing emails or having an empty email inbox or proving strangers wrong online. They want more time with the people they love, more memories, more presence, and for that matter, even more courage. So the goal isn't to fear death or do something stupid because you now have this 90-day window mindset. The goal is to stop delaying life. Go take the trip, start the project, tell people what they mean to you while they can still hear it. Because one day, wow, that scoreboard really does hit 0. And when it does, I don't want to look back realizing I spent my whole life living safely inside the walls I was supposed to break through. That's what outside the walls means to me. Living fully now, not someday.
This is outside the wall. Outside the wall.
Thanks for listening to this episode. Please share it with someone that is ready to grow. I'm Dave Gast. Keep stepping outside the walls.